Hey guys, and welcome back to this video. Now in this particular video we are going to be talking about tables. Okay, what exactly the tables and how we're going to create it. You know what the table is. You might be saw on your books and any other things. uh, in this video we are considering a student data and we want to organize that particular data in table. So how are we going to do that? We know that every single table has its row and columns. Okay, let me just give you an idea of what exactly rows and what we are saying as column. So this is a paint. I'm using a mouse, so that's why my drawing will be not surely good as you want. So you can consider this as a row and you can consider this as a column. Okay, so this is a row, this is a column, and we might be say that hey, this is a two, one row, two columns and all that. So this is also okay, so this is a row, this is also a row, but it has divide property, so it's two columns. So rows and columns. Okay, I hope you get the point. So let me just close it here, don't save it. Okay, now what exactly row called in tables? First, when we wanted to create a table, we need to just say table. That's it. Open tag and closing tag, table, and that's it. Now next, which is we first want to create a row, and always remember that we are just creating a row. We are not create any kind of column. Okay, to create a row, we need to go for TR. TR stand for table row. Enter it. Say what student have. Okay, so student have their roll number. Great, but inside a row, okay, that's weird, right? We can't set roll number to entire row, right? We need to go something different than that, right? We need to go for something else, like we are partitioning those things. So inside this we can pass TD. Now TD, you can similar as a table description or table content, you can say that. Inside a row, what exactly you want to pass as columns? So we are going to be passing TD to set a particular character. Okay, let's just go with roll number. And now I'm going with another way, like TD, let's say name, and then let's say TD, what, okay, branch. Okay, let's branch. Save it. Let's try to run this and let's see how the program is actually working in this sense. So if 11, okay, roll number, name, and branch. That's great. It's printed. But how can we say that this is a table, right? We don't have any data of roll number, name, and branch or any other thing. So how are we going to say that this is a table? So for that, we are created a first row, and next we need to try to get one more row so that we can set that it is a row or a column, or we can say it is a table. Okay, so Control C, paste it here. As a roll number, I'm going to go for 1. As a name, I want to pass my name, and as a branch, I want to pass comp. Save, get back. Okay, now you might be see that it's consistent. Like in the roll number way, we can see the 1 is there, but inside name we have Sanket and branch is also computer. So this is kind of a table. But you know what? Where is the borders, right? That's the whole point about it. So we can set the borders as well. To set the borders, we just need to pass some things, which is the style sheets. So what we can do, we can go here. Don't worry if you don't understand the style at this point. Don't try to just remember it. It's just the basic things. Okay, so inside the style, we can say border, and we can say 2 pixels. And then I will say border style. You have multiple styles that we are going to see in next couple of videos. You can see that's great, right? It's bordered out. But you know what, we need an inside border too, right? So how are we gonna set that? So to create a border inside it, we need to use a different property for the border, okay? And to do that, we need to go on our code editor and just set that style border. This is for TR, as well as we need to go for TD as well. Okay, if I just control C there, and if I just paste it here, and paste it here, save it, and let's see. You can see now the border is actually going to be applied for those things. And definitely we can apply for this as well, but I think we need to save it and, you know, apply this border to every single child. And in the CSS, this is little bit easy for you, but just try to remember how the borders are actually working. So you can just border this out as well. You don't need to understand the basic and advanced concept right now. Don't worry about CSS. We are going to be talking about these things in later CSS videos. So don't worry. Go back to our code and just delete all the styles. Let me just delete it by pressing this and setting this command T and just say delete. Okay, go back, save it. That's it. Okay, you got the point, right? Okay, now let's move another way. We know that we are created a table. We can just copy this and create how much row we wanted to go for. We can do that. Okay, totally fine. We can do that. We definitely do that like this way. But you know what? The heading of that particular table, like roll number, Sanket, this look like same. So how can we define roll number is a heading? We need to define it, right? So for that, we can go for TD to TH. So just select it, press command D to get all the things of a TD and say TH, table heading, and save it. You can see this, the automatic bold effect are going on to this, and that's amazing, right? We have another properties too, like in old way, we can define a table head. Like this is a table row, right? So table row we have, but we also have table head if you wanted to specify it. So Control X and say table head, push it here and paste it here. It's doing nothing, but it's great. Okay, let's move to this, and it works same as this, but just to clarify that it is a table head and it is table body and all that, we can do that as well. So Control X and say table body, and inside the body we can say this, and the output will remain same. It's really not different from other things. Okay, whatever you are trying to do, it's just a matter at all. Okay, I hope you got the point. But now I just say inside branch I have to say Control V, and I want to say that standard, std standard. But you know what, the computer student has computer as branch as well as a standard. So what we can do, we can just do that row span. So if I just go there and say here row span, and how much row you wanted to span, not a row span, sorry, it's a column span. Whenever you're trying to do a row span, that means you are trying to do this kind of rows. Okay, so but I want to conduct that let's say call span. So call span, and we want to set for 2. If I set 2, you will see okay, if I save it, I think okay, now what we can do, we can just go for call span as 2 for each and every way, and so that Control V, Control S again is literally going to be doing nothing right now. Why? Let me just clarify that. Okay, so if I go in body, go in table body, inside table row, if you see call span, it consists that, like you can say TD is containing the row. If you consider okay this, okay, this is your roll number, this is your name, and this your call span, and it just combined with standard plus branch. All right, and that's amazing, right? We can just set that text alignment of a style, then we can just go for it. Text align center, save it. Okay, now you can see this is comp is consisting both of the columns at once. So we can use call span there. If you want to use a row span, it's also fine. Say, let's say, Sanket has multiple properties. So this has the same number as, let's say, Sam. Save it. But now what I want to do, I want to span the row. I want to specify 1 for the one time. So roll number of 1 will be Sanket, roll number of 1 will be the Sam. But I want to control that. So we can say rows span as 1. Save it. Go back. You can see Sam and I think, okay. Oh, we need to pass 2 there. Save it. Now you can see Sam and Sanket both have the same roll number. So you can use a row span and call span as well. There are a couple of properties are presented inside it, but it's too much fun to get started with it. And when I just started with HTML, I feel like it's amazing. You can use a border effect, and there are a lot of borders are actually presented like a solid, like a doubles and all that. It's your task to find it onto the internet, what exactly the styles are actually presented inside the borders. Once you get familiar with it, you are good to go. You are going to the next level. Okay, so this is a basic thing about a table. There are some people who say that table is not important in HTML in some cases. Well, that's perfectly fine, but we need to understand basic concept for the tables as well. Sometimes it's helpful when we are going through the codes of React or any other framework. So you need that. So I hope you got the point. If you got the point, let's catch up in the next one. If you have any doubt or question, you can ask me to the comment section. I added one more message. If you create your projects and you wanted to help from external, then you can just contact us. We are our contacts are going onto the description. You can just contact us and we will try to help you in projects. But remember that it's a paid, we are charging the fees for that particular project, okay, because we are spending our time to help you and figure this out project. So you need to pay for it, but it's completely fine. If you wanted to create your own projects, that's completely fine. So I hope you got the point of a table. If you have any doubt, you can ask me to the comment section. Let's see in the next. Okay.